Gentlemen, welcome to North Sports Dynasty. I am the crazy host, Andrew Faubert. We are live here from the North Sports Dynasty headquarters, which is literally and figuratively and always will be my motherfucking basement. We are live here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, with technically 2 of the 5, 3 of the 5, whatever you want to call it. We got 3 people in the house tonight. We got Sid from Squid Rip Carts. We got Kyle on his first technical full show as a new host at NSD. How's it going tonight, gentlemen?
I miss Cliff. I miss Cliff. Guys, honestly, I like the grass isn't always greener on the other side, but I miss Cliff. I can't get over it right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot get over you watching us tonight. Make sure to do us a quick favor. Like, share, follow, and subscribe to North Sports Dynasty, where you get more content like this going on, where if you do not understand what the hell this man is doing right now, you don't know North Sports Dynasty. Also, this show, ladies and gentlemen, this show right here is still sponsored by ZAGNIF motherfucking apparel. That's right. ZAGNIF apparel. If you're looking for some of the best sportswear, women's wear, men's gear in general, get to ZAGNIF apparel at the link that you see below. Use the code word FOOBS15. Ladies and gentlemen, Foobs15, not NSD15, not Sid15, not even Kyle69. No. Foobs15. Foobs15 is the code word you want to use for 15% off all ZAGNIF apparel that you buy. Which, by the way, we got some merch coming in. And we're going to wear it. And one of us, we actually voted who. We can't say who. But that person is going to be doing like a little runway with all the ZAGNIF apparel stuff. They are forced into it. Contractually obligated is the word, technically. So we will get that going here pretty soon. But if you want to see the stuff, we're going to have, I got a commercial coming, okay? I've been away from the office for 2 weeks. I'm sorry. I haven't got everything fully prepared. But if you want to check out the stuff, go down there, hit the link, use the code word, save yourself some money, and dress for success. Also, ladies and gentlemen, We have a giveaway coming up here pretty damn soon. Did you know that? Aha!
I didn't. Now I do though.
Do you? Oh, what about you, Sid? Did you know?
I think I knew.
Okay.
He's just trying to fit in. Don't listen to him right now. It's a surprise.
Whoa. If you want your shot at the Mike Allstat mini helmet, which is out of video range. That's a really dumb thing to do. We got a Mike Allstat mini helmet. We got a Gabe Neighbors signed jersey. We got rookie cards. We got mini helmets. We got NSD shirts. We got a bunch of stuff, ladies and gentlemen, available for you. All you got to do is like this show right now. Like it live. And you get an entry into the draw. If you have followed NSD Sports page on Facebook, you already got one in there. If you go to the group and you like and you follow the group and you check out the group and you hang out in the group, you get another one. Subscribe on YouTube. Gets you five entries into the draw, ladies and gentlemen. You can only do YouTube one time. But these shows, you can click a like on it every single time, and it gets you entries into the draw. We also got things coming in from Sid. Sid, what was the other thing that got entered into the draw? What was that, 2 weeks ago?
The absolute fat pack. 50 cards in a pack is coming.
That's right. We got a fat pack. Alex has got something to bring in. Kyle, I believe, said he's also got something possible that he's going to be bringing in. Chris has also got something that he's bringing in. We got lots of stuff coming into the giveaway, which is going to probably happen right after the Super Bowl. So stay tuned for more info on that. It's coming up. We're going to do a whole episode of duck races. And inevitably spend a lot of money transporting all this shit around the globe. God, man, if there's a European person out there watching this show, please, for the love of God, donate it to charity or somewhere in Canada to a fan, because I don't want us put it on one of those ships, man.
Is it Alex's jockstrap?
If it's Alex's jockstrap, someone's gonna be like, "Nah, dude, no."
It's not making it past the dogs. It's not making it past the dogs.
There's sites that do worse. Okay, you're gonna send me that fucking jockstrap, bro. If someone bought it, all right. I see everybody in the comment section. Ash said she is first. That's right, she is first. Hammy Jammy is also in there saying, "Hey, I'm back, sexy boys." I don't know why I said it like that either. And Sid's right there.
Yeah, that was put in there before the live started. Like, we came up.
Oh, I see. Whoa. Before we went live?
Before we popped up on the screen.
That comment was there before we popped up on the screen?
Correct.
How does that person know that Alex wasn't here?
Oh!
Okay.
Who is it? Who is it?
We will remember this, Sid. Look at you.
Is it Sid?
No,
Sid was texting on his phone. He was texting on his phone. I'm just saying.
You son of a bitch.
Is it him?
Now he's going to play it up like it is him.
Well, he's not denying it right now.
It's fucking Ash over there. She's Hammy Jam. Oh.
Holy fuck.
So just, ladies and gentlemen, just know that we have clues now of who this may actually be. It's not actually. I don't think it's actually.
Now we need to know. We need to guess the weapon. The weapon in the room. We need to guess the weapon in the room now. Okay.
Is this Among Us? Are we playing real life Among Us with Hammy Jammy?
Clue. It's.
I don't like this. Who's gonna die, man? Is this like Knives Out?
Oh, I hope so.
Because spoiler warning. No, it's not. It was actually a good movie. I don't want to do that. Which, by the way, I'm up to something.
What are you up to?
I'm up to something.
Are you in water? Are you all right? Do you need an adult?
I'm the way of water.
Oh.
Be water.
Okay, well, I'm an earthbender.
By the way, if you came here for sports content, obviously you came to the wrong fucking show. We just came back. We haven't seen each other in a while. I have a head rush. That kick gave me a head rush, and I haven't even worked out yet today. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. My fiance is gonna kick my ass into gear, and I'll get punished if I don't do it all the way later. So it's totally okay. Kyle, Dub Sauce 2.0. Sid is sleeveless. We're all sleeveless. It's just he's swole. The motherfucking moose over here.
It's just a camera.
Is he swole? Is he swole like ham?
No, dude, he's a built elk. He is a Northwest Territories Iqaluit fucking elk. All right.
Horns? Where's his horns though?
We don't, like Bruno, we don't talk about the horns.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ash is apparently crying. Chris is better than Kyle. Ooh.
Wow, that's obvious.
Okay, now I'm starting to think it's Chris.
Probably.
That comment right there is exactly what I thought.
Really?
That's Chris.
But has he been around the whole? No, he was live for the Hammy Jammy shit.
No, he accused me last time. Remember when he was live when that whole thing
He's
started?
the very first one to accuse Kyle, so it's got to be Chris.
Yeah.
And now you're Edward Norton, man.
Maybe.
We actually have things to talk about. We're gonna get there, but like,
they live in Utah. There's a hint. There's a hint at the bottom.
Live in Utah? No.
I don't know anyone who lives in Utah.
No. Ash is Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 4-letter word, though.
Yep. Yep.
Just use something dumb like that. Is it Alex's jockstrap, or does Jason have that? What's going on, gentlemen? Sean motherfucking Spencer from... No, that's... See, I can't do... Look, it's been... I obviously got to get used to this.
Computers are hard. I get it.
You know what? I had it all locked up. Sorry. Let's talk football. Mr. Sean Spencer. One half of that platform. That platform, ladies and gentlemen, is growing, by the way. Like, I've seen some of the stuff. They got Let's Talk like basketball. They got Let's Talk football. I'm waiting for the Let's Talk hockey.
Yep.
You Washington Capital fans and your Arizona Coyote fans over here. Which, by the way...
Oh, no, you continue. You continue.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think, Kyle, we need to make Sid an offer right now.
I'm game. Let's do it.
I think we need to make Sid.
Okay, I'm taking my glass off. Tell me it's serious.
We need to make Sid a real offer here. It is January 13th. I want to challenge Sid to learn a little bit more about the Arizona Coyotes by at least December 13th. enough where he can come on a show towards the end of the season on probably your and Chris's hockey show. He gets to come up there, and I'll even buy some of the Coyote stuff to send him. Unless Bedard goes there, then we've already made a deal that he's going to buy a few of those jerseys and send it up here. Because if that happens though, like we should.
May I interject though with this?
Uh-oh.
I feel in all due respect for Sid, that it is disgraceful for him to be an Arizona Coyotes fan. I think I would much rather him be a Pittsburgh Penguins fan, as much as I hate saying that. No, I hate it. It just makes more sense. I don't know. Like,
if Sid, listen, if Sid's gonna be a hockey fan of any kind, we're gonna take a poll of all the hosts we have here. We're gonna name all the teams he cannot be a fucking fan of, and then present him with a list of good options.
Or Knights. Ash said the Knights. I'm fine with that. I like the Knights too.
I have no problem with the Knights either, only because one, I know that him and his wife like to go to Las Vegas. Two, my fiance is a Las Vegas Golden Knight fan who we cannot bring up the name Marc-Andre Fleury or Braden Holtby in this house. And if she had heard me, I'm probably not getting any tonight. So that's that's that. That's the life that I live. So, hey, Hammy. I'm married. I'm not asking for someone's jockstrap. I promise. Why, I mean, if it was Sid's, then
she don't want that either.
She don't want that. I don't think. And I mean, none of our significant others would want our jockstraps either. Hammy, Alex, or Alec? Ooh,
it could be Alec.
I
would not be the littlest bit shocked.
Now, hear me out.
You really think
hear me out? Hear me out. No. It wouldn't be Alex, but I'm going to throw a vote out there and say Alec. This is why. Alex is in other group chats with Alec. He may have slipped out that he's not on the show tonight.
Yeah.
So if Alec was acting as Hammy Jammy, then he would know and would have stated that in the comment section before we popped up.
Plot twist. It's Johnny Dean. Plot twist.
You got to do that to me, don't you? Now you got me fucking. You know what? That could probably work too. It would
You have a board
probably-
behind you. Why don't you create those lines or
literally
whatever?
was
Like, those,
just like,
it could be this person, that person,
and
this
fucking-
time.
Alec, and it goes to here, but it can't be, so then maybe Chris. No, yeah. I like how he's still in here. You're all reaching. Cal didn't let me love him, so Chris is better, and Sid is my snuggly bear.
Okay.
Interesting. All these things. Good evening, guys. What's up, Christopher Cole? I know you got your package over the holidays, so I'm glad that you got that. I need some genuine Canadians to run the hockey show.
I'm game.
Jeez.
Let's do it.
All right. Can he be a Knights fan? Yes, he can. Capitals? I don't know.
Well, Capitals post Ovechkin. I'm game.
I like
Post
it.
Ovechkin.
Alex shows up and he gets involved in a lie. Okay. Now, this doesn't look good, though, Alex. The fact that you just popped up. And he said, well, okay, now that he says, hey, Alex.
Oh, no. 2 accounts. Easy. 2 tabs. 2 tabs. Don't be fooled by that.
You know what? Fair enough. You know what? Speaking of not being fooled, let's actually get into some of the conversations we actually had.
I'm game.
So in the NFL, we got about 5 head coaching vacancies, including, let me put that on the board here so everybody can see. Let me untangle myself. We got Denver. We got Arizona. We got Houston. We got Carolina. And we also got, what's the other one I'm forgetting?
Indy?
Indianapolis. So I left it to the host to tell me who they think is the proper coach, I guess you would say, for the proper team. Now, we don't know who's gone where. We don't know who is going to go where. We know that you have to have picks to get Sean Payton and that the Saints hold all the cards in that one. We also know that there's, some organizations who probably aren't going to go with the new head coach from the college ranks ever again.
No.
And we also have heard some word from some coaches that are. My son decided to come downstairs. Hi, buddy.
What's up, Mapes?
Yeah, what's up, buddy? I lost my train of thought. Sorry. There's some coaches that have been retired for so long that they are actually now available to some of these other teams. So I put it down in the group chat. Ask the guys who they think it is going to be. So let's start off with the Denver Broncos.
Boom.
And let's start off with Kyle. Who do you think would be the next coach of the Denver Broncos?
So what I'm going with is I'm going to reach for a little bit. I'm going to go against what you were saying about college football, and I'm going with Jim Harbaugh. I think he's going to end up being the Denver Broncos coach.
Okay, and why do you think that?
I don't know. I think, you know what, he had a lot of success, and I think that could transfer over to Denver. Not all college coaches can be misses. I feel like some can probably hit. So I think they give him a chance in Denver, and he tries to develop Russell Wilson in the next year, and hopefully that comes about something. And then if not, then he pays out Russell Wilson. He's gone, and then he rebuilds the Denver Broncos. That's kind of where I'm at.
Okay. All right. I don't mind that. What about you, Sid? Who's the next head coach of the Denver Broncos?
Man, that's tough. I think I like Harbaugh for the Broncos as well. I've been going back and forth between Harbaugh and Sean Payton for the Broncos. I think Harbaugh, though, will go there because I think some other other teams are going to offer Payton a little more. The Broncos don't have the first round picks to give up if that's what they go. So I think Harbaugh's going there. I think he keeps Russ though, and he tries to build there. I think he leaves Michigan because he just can't get over the hump. And I think he's done all he can. He brought him back to life. Michigan was obviously not very good prior to him. So bringing him to the college national football playoffs consecutive years is kind of what he can do. He can't go much further, I don't think. So I think he's going to go back to the NFL. He's got that experience, and I think he's going to be the best college football coach this year coming from college.
Fair enough. Yeah, because I guess, if you want to call it the college coach, I mean, he does technically fall into that category.
Right, but he's obviously coached in the NFL before, so. Yes,
exactly. The one that I have here is Ryan Day, the defensive coordinator out of San Francisco.
Okay.
I think they.
No, that's.
Or sorry.
Ryan Day's the head coach of Ohio State. The defensive coordinator is DeMeco Ryan.
DeMeco Ryan. Thank you. That's what I meant. D'Amico Ryan. My apologies. I knew it was Ryan something. I just couldn't remember exactly which one. D'Amico Ryan. I think that they tried the offensive coordinator route from a tree of coaches like Matt LaFleur. He kind of had that system there in Green Bay. He had that luxury of being in that franchise. So I think that someone's going to come in there, utilize the defense, because if you go through what Denver actually did good this season is utilize the defensive side of the ball. And they got Patrick Surtain. They had Bradley Chubb for a little bit. They inevitably traded him to get a first-round pick, which is why a lot of people are thinking the whole Sean Payton thing makes sense. But I think that first-round pick may go to something else. So I think you put D'Amico Ryan in there, kind of pushes Russell Wilson also a little bit too. It's just like, listen, you can have your offensive coordinator. You can have your time. You ain't having your fucking office. You ain't having your fucking parking space. You're going to be like one of the rest of the fucking teams. And if he doesn't make it work in 2 seasons, Russell Wilson will either retire himself because he'll be like, I don't want to fucking play in this system anymore, or they'll trade his contract, or they'll just cut him. I think it would be taking 2 years. So let's go with Arizona, and we'll start with Sid on this one here. Let's talk about our good co-host team here and not try to tear his whole team apart, any of us, not just pointing out Sid. But who do you think would be a good match for the Arizona Coyotes for the Arizona Cardinals for the head coaching position?
So I'm going to throw out somebody that nobody's really talked about yet, but I think will be a hot commodity. And I actually had 2. I don't think it's Sean Payton. Multitude of reasons, but I personally think it's going to come down to either Kellen Moore or Eric Bieniemy, and I think Eric Bieniemy would have a lot of fun with Kyler Murray and what that offense is, and I think the Cardinals, seeing what Brian Daboll was able to do with the Giants, allows them to trust the offensive coordinator that's on a good team, pull them over and let him be the head coach. I think they want that offensive-minded coach. They're letting Kyler help. I don't see why Eric Bieniemy wouldn't be at the top of that list. So Bieniemy is kind of who I think goes to Arizona. And that's like a non-popular pick. I haven't seen that anywhere.
It's not bad, though, because he is getting a interview, if I'm not mistaken. I thought
with Arizona?
I saw.
So I saw they were going to start he's in the playoffs. Sorry. Real quick.
No, you're
but
good.
he hasn't. I know people are going to start asking for interviews. But
I think it was a link to the Cardinals or something like that. That may have been what I seen. So
I think that's best case for Arizona.
Interesting. Okay. What about you, Kyle? Mr. Dub Sauce 2.0. What do you think is going to be the best head coach for the Arizona Cardinals?
So for my Arizona Cardinals here, I'm going to go with Sean Payton. It definitely is a popular opinion for sure, but I just see it working like a 3rd round overall pick. I think that's going to be traded for Sean Payton. And then, unfortunately, I think Sean Payton's going to pull kind of what an Arthur Smith is doing right now and just kind of like scouting the rest of the Saints players, the people that he wants, building like an indestructible defense that's already strong as it is. And from there, just kind of build Kyler Murray more. He's going to try and make Kyler Murray into the next Drew Brees. I feel like that's what he's looking at right now. So I think personally, out of all the spots that he could land, I think that's probably the most popular. So
it's not a bad, and that's kind of what I've leaned into with the Sean Payton. I mean, I've added a couple more where it's just the fact that the Cardinals can give him a lot of money. There's no state tax, if I'm mistaken. Sid, you would know more about that.
There's state tax here.
There is state tax there? Mm-hmm. Is it on the lower end, though, correct?
They just changed it. They just adjusted it to lower. But, yeah, we got state tax.
So that's why, it was good for J.J. Watt to get his contract. I think they could offer him enough money to come in and basically say, this whole operation is yours. So just go and do whatever the fuck you want. It's kind of what I'm thinking. But there is a lot that, like, the Cardinals could go any which way on this. If Chris was on here right now, he'd be like, you're all dumb if you don't think it's Sean Payton. So, which actually he's below us right now. So,
yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. Speaking of which there, Chris, who do you think the next head coach of the Houston Texans would be?
Houston Texans. Who would I have written down here? Give me 1 second.
Not a problem.
Houston Texans. I have D'Amico Ryans.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of tough. This was a tough one for me, honestly. I'm not going to even try and lie. I'm just kind of going off of what everybody else is saying for this one. So D'Amico Ryans, he's already a defensive coordinator, so he can kind of help the defense even more on Houston. Houston has the pieces already where they're kind of forming a better offense anyways, especially with what's his name? Oh my God, the running back, Damian
Pierce, yeah.
Damian Pierce, who obviously is going to have that running back number 1 spot for a little while. So Houston 100% is going to be going QB. They'd be stupid not to in this draft. So from there, I think they're just going to shape it up, work on defense, maybe take up some wide receivers in the offseason right away, just to kind of pair with Brandon Cooks, who will not get traded. And I think that's how it's going to shape out.
Interesting. You don't think Brandon Cooks is going to get traded?
Nah, nobody's going to really want him. I don't think they'll take him.
Fair enough. What about you, Sid? Who's the Houston Texans' next head coach?
So Houston, because of the situation that they're in, is going to be either a brand new head coach, never been a coach before, or a head coach before, or an old guy on his way out, like they've been the last 2 years, because they're just not set up to win yet, and they're going to struggle. So my opinion is going to be a new coach, a new 2-head coaching job. And the people that fit that role for me are going to be Kellen Moore, Byron Leftwich, or Eric Bieniemy. But I like Bieniemy in Arizona more. Again, I think Kellen Moore gets a head coaching job very soon. And I think this is going to be the best fit for Kellen Moore because he's an offensive-minded coach. I think they're going to build around whatever young quarterback they have that they draft this year. So it's going to be an offensive-minded team, and they're going to let him grow with that quarterback, and kind of like basically the Cliff Kingsbury, Kyler Murray experiment in Arizona is going to happen again in Houston with, I'm going to say, Kellen Moore and whoever they draft this year.
There we go. Interesting. I actually don't mind that one. Kellen Moore going to Houston. So this would kind of fall in similar, I guess you would say. Houston's going to try very hard to get some of these big names, and I don't think they're going to succeed.
That's something they want it. Yeah.
And then I think they're going to try for the next batch, I guess you would say. And I don't think that they'll intrigue a college coach or one of those guys out of retirement. So what I think they'll do is, all this may look bad, but it might end up being good in their favor, is let's say the Buffalo Bills do win the Super Bowl. Ken Dorsey might just turn around and be like, I can get my own quarterback. I can get my own Josh Allen and Will Levis, technically, if I wanted to. I got another first-round pick. I can go start really building some stuff up here in Houston, and I can really switch this over. And my opinion, too, is he would be able to, say, trade Brandon Cooks, not for too much, obviously, but he might be able to trade him for like 1 or 2 depth players, which is something that the Buffalo Bills have been known to do really, really good. And, of course, Ken Dorsey has had a say in it. So I think that the Texans may end up failing to get a good head coach, and then it ultimately ending up being good for them, a good situation. Let's go with the Carolina Panthers, the one team in our division, Kyle. We really don't want to see start succeeding, but inevitably they've sucked for so long. It'd be nice to see them to have a little bit of competitiveness. So let's start with you. Who do you think the Carolina Panthers are going to get for the head coaching position?
Honestly, this is tough. Because I originally had one coach, but I kind of have a 3-way tie right now. I personally think it could be Steve Wilkes. I think he's done enough to kind of, especially with what he had this season, he didn't do too bad, and he kept his division kind of pretty much in the running right till the last game. So I think there's something to be said about that. Actually, I also think it could be Eric Bieniemy too, for sure, because just for the reason that Carolina very much is like only a few pieces away from being like an indestructible team in the NFC South. So I think he could definitely shape that out. Especially with getting the quarterback of his choice. So I think potentially that could be it. God, it's tough. And then potentially, this is a bold one. I think McCarthy, because I personally think, and this is kind of reaching, I think McCarthy is going to get fired from the Cowboys this year in the offseason. And what will happen is I think Carolina will pick him up.
Sid just popping in to hear that one. Sorry, I kept you on solo there for a second. Sid just popping back in to hear him say McCarthy from Dallas Cowboys firing him.
I think that, the only chance the Cowboys have at firing him is if they lose in the first round. If they beat the Bucks, McCarthy's coming back. It doesn't matter what
agree.
happens after that.
Can you please beat the Bucks so we can fire Todd Bowles, please?
I don't know.
Great.
I don't think Bowles is gone, man. I'm going to be honest with you. As much as
I know.
it's going to be at least one more year.
I know. Can I dream, though? Because I don't want to start going back to the good old Buccaneer days. So, Sid, what about you? Who do you think the Carolina next head coach?
I think it's Steve Wilkes. I think they're crazy to hire anybody else with what he did after they traded their franchise best player and their starting quarterback to be able to be competitive and win games there at the end. I think that the players like him. I think he's proven himself. I think they're crazy to go anywhere else. I think Steve Wilkes needs to be hired back by Carolina.
Interesting. A lot of people want Steve Wilkes back, eh?
The Panthers do. I think the fan base and the players. And to me, that's who you need to. I mean, that's who you want to appease. And he did good. It's not like he did bad. And so to me, I think it has to be Wilkes.
I think you give him a chance at the very least. You know what I mean? You kind of ride him out for one more year and kind of see what he's going to do, in my opinion. But
so I don't think he's going to get the chance. And the only reason is, say, recency bias of what has happened to, say, coordinators who get promoted within season and then don't get the job. You know what I mean? There has been a couple good ones in history, though. I have seen, and I wish I had that written down. But there is a few good ones I've seen over history, so I can get on board with that. The one that I want. Thank you.
Bruce Arians is a really good one.
From Pittsburgh to Indy to Arizona to the Bucks.
But he got promoted mid-season for the Colts for when Chuck Pagano got diagnosed with cancer, and he was really good. He won. I think he won Coach of the Year as the interim head coach. And then obviously turned into Bruce Arians. And
then I don't think he could have technically won it. I think there was something to that. He didn't technically win it, or they couldn't give him the award because of technicalities or something like that. Or,
maybe.
Yeah. I actually have them. This might be weird to a bunch of people. I got them looking at what the Jags did in the offseason. Going with one of those coaches that has just been a name out there, kind of like Lovie Smith, but it's not Lovie Smith. Fucking no. I'm going to go with Jim Caldwell. I think Jim Caldwell has proven before that he doesn't have the mannerism for an owner. Now, maybe bad place for him to go would be Carolina, of course. But if he can work with the owner, basically tell the owner, shut the fuck up and let me do my job and build you a roster that I did on Detroit and they let me go because you can't deal with my mannerism, then you might actually get along with Tepper that way. Tepper would be like, no one's ever talked to me that way before. And then you might get that line from Ted that I'm definitely not going to repeat. So, yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I think made me think of it, but I think Brian Flores might be a good fit in Carolina too.
And now, Flores.
No.
I know, yeah, you.
No, it's going to Atlanta. Just stop it.
Yeah, I know you want him. Brian Flores would be an interesting one because of the defense there. That's on Carolina. Him just being like, yes, my pretties, let us dance. Let's go win us a championship. That'd be kind of cool. But I think if Caldwell was the head coach and they could bring in like a Brian Flores to be the DC. That's where and like a Ben Johnson or something like that to be the OC. Fuck that. Like I will be the one that continues to pound it into the ground because of what I've seen. The Carolina Panthers defense is a fucking freight train if they want to be. If they want to be. And they're going to continue to add depth and pieces to it. Where are they sitting? Hold on. They're sitting at 9. And you mean to tell me for some odd reason, and I'm just going to throw a name out there that everybody kind of remembers. Remember Nakobe Dean from last year was supposed to be a first-round pick, and he fell all the way down. Let's just say something comes out about Will Anderson or Jalen Carter, and he falls like Kayvon Thibodeau last year where he's supposed to go first overall, and he falls to the fucking Giants at 5.
Somebody will fall. Somebody will.
Someone's going to fall to Carolina, and if it's someone like that, I do not want to watch Buccaneer football for a while.
Bijan Robinson.
He's going to Detroit. Just stop. That's where he's going.
See, Alex kind of what he's told me. He's like, I've given a bit of thought of that, and he's like, I wouldn't hate it, but the fact that we could probably bring in Jamal Williams for a little bit cheaper, and we still get Swift for one more year. We can go grab somebody else, obviously, in the later rounds. and that would be fine. A couple of comments that I saw just pop up. Get Murphy or Reese. That's another couple.
Murphy might be going to the Falcons. That might tee up, actually.
Yeah, but could you imagine, though, too? Burns and the other guy. What's the other one I'm forgetting? The two.
Wilson. Tyree Wilson.
No. On the Panthers.
Oh, Luvu?
There's two, like...
Or JC Horn, Luvu.
See, now we're just naming all the rest of the fucking stars on that team.
Shaq Thompson.
There's Shaq
He's
Thompson.
a middle linebacker, though.
Yeah, and I think there's Burns and another edge rusher. I can see his name. Derek Brown. The defensive
tackle.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, them there, but you put Murphy on the other side to let Brett, man. You're doing what the Jags did. They're like Josh Allen, the other Josh Allen, can't eat and can't do what he's really, really good at if there's nobody to do pressure on the other side. Then they get the first overall pick, and they're like, well, here's a Georgia dog for you boys. Have fucking fun. And now
I think they're going QB. Actually. I think they'll go with whatever's left for QB, and there'll be like a little bit of a QB competition in the house.
Panthers?
I think the Panthers honestly would trade up.
What? No. We had this discussion earlier. No. Derek Carr's going to the Jets. I think he's going to the Jets.
Tom Brady's going to the Jets.
No, he's going to Miami.
Wow.
That's where we're going.
Brady's heard it here first, Andrew.
Wow.
Heard it here first.
I will clip this and I will fucking like post it every week if that happens, dude. Like, holy shit.
Brady's going to Miami. I'm telling you, that's where he's going. I do think he's going to either the Raiders or he's going to the 49ers.
Going to the Jets.
Or imagine slapping the face.
To Bill.
Slap in the face. He's going to go to Green Bay to do what Rodgers could not
No
do.
shot. They don't have a good enough team. Fuck out of here. No. Tom Brady does not go to a team that's not already stacked. Get out of here.
Or in warm weather.
Miami. Why would he not go to Miami? Why would he not? He literally would be the only place he's missing.
Miami loves Tua.
But they might not be able to use him. That's the problem.
Yeah, Luck.
Are conspiracy theorists. He's going to be fine.
No.
Concussions, man.
Okay. Nobody's got a concussion before?
I don't know, man.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But like this, I'm just saying, has social media and the influx of people, has it not canceled something before? Because if they see that man hit his head on a turf one more fucking time, they're gonna fire.
Kenny Pickett had 2 this year. So now if he gets another one, he's done for forever. Yeah. We can't ever use Kenny again.
You need to
Kenny
stop.
Didn't have hands-on conjections and shit when he passed out. Okay?
No. You need to understand, if this show gets big enough and someone clips this and then it starts trending, they're going to be like, this motherfucker was right the whole time.
Yeah, I was going to be right about Tom Brady to the Jets.
If you're right about that,
I think that's Carr.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you hear right now, drop us a like, drop us a share, let everybody know NSD is back on Fridays, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Go down the time zones to find out exactly when it's live for you. So that would be 6 p.m. Pacific. Central, I guess, would be 8. Yeah, Central. So it goes Eastern, Central, Mountain, Pacific.
Yep.
That sounds right.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. We figured it out. We got this.
Without Alex, too. Without Alex.
Oh, that's right. Because Alex is because he's fucking from the...
He's the clock wizard. No, he's the clock wizard, man.
And he's from the East Coast.
Yep. Is he actually?
Yeah, he's from where I'm driving this year. I'm going to basically around his neck of the woods. He's from like the Windsor area. I got to drive an hour and a half past that, or 2 hours past that, in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere, Ontario, to go to this little farm town for a wedding, which, by the way, will be badass because I'm going to burn that fucking town to the ground partying. Oh, my God. But you digress. It's still around the Great Lakes, and it's going to take fucking forever to get there. And then I got to do the same drive next April.
That's exciting, though. That'll be a good time. Kind of off topic, though. Off topic. Do you think that... Does Lamar actually end up in Atlanta? I don't know. I've been thinking about it all day. I don't want it.
He's not going anywhere this year.
I don't think so either.
There's so many other teams that we could have named first before we got to Atlanta. Why are we going all the way down here?
There's a lot of talk about it, man. It's been lots of talk for a little bit, actually, because of the cap space they have, man. They have 70 mil.
Okay. I'm looking at. because we remember the other night we were all talking about some of the trades that has happened for like quarterbacks or what they have to trade up to get the first overall pick. So the other thing too, did you guys hear on the Pat McAfee show what Ian Rappaport said about the Baltimore Ravens and what they could do with the Lamar Jackson contract?
No, I have not.
Non-exclusive franchise tag. Does anyone know what that could be?
No,
Or what that is?
Not at all.
So they can sign him to a non-exclusive franchise tag, and then some team can give 2 first-round picks for him. And then they obviously pick up the contract and they have to resign him and all that kind of stuff.
I don't think they do that either.
I don't, but they might tease it. They might be like, who would make an offer? And then all of a sudden, if like 9 or 10 different teams do it, they'll be like, okay, now it's a bidding war then. Because all of you signed up for it, and it's not just one team. We get to pick the deal. And if we pull all deals off the table and say we want more, then all of a sudden you knock out another 5 teams and you're down to the final 4, which probably would be.
It's not just automatic 2 firsts, you get them.
I think it's from what they said on the Pat McAfee show, and it was the Ian Rappaport segment, in case you want to go check it out later there, Sid. It's he was saying non-exclusive. I might be saying the terminology wrong too. My apologies. But it's like a non-exclusive franchise tag where they do get 2 firsts. Now, I'm not sure if it's like it has to be 2 firsts right off from the same year, or if it's one and then another, but so it has to be 2 firsts.
It sounds like a tender. Like you can, like Cam Sutton, we signed to a 2nd-round tender. So like basically if somebody wants him, they have to give us a 2nd, but like we can't negotiate. So I think if they do that, like if somebody gives them 2 firsts, that's what they get. There's no negotiating. If you sign Lamar to that, you're saying whoever offers up 2 firsts, that's what I get. And you get Lamar.
You give it, you get kind of thing. Like
it's kind of it's kind of a gamble on the Ravens. Like
it would be, but
and that's why I don't think they do it.
The question would be too is like, when would that go, like that writing go into effect? Because at 12:01, some team's gonna jump right away to make sure that they were the first team.
It might be like a waiver claim situation.
Yeah,
yeah.
And then imagine it goes from this order down. So like Houston's like done. 2nd overall pick. You want next year's done. Lamar, come on down. Well,
I don't know, man. That's tough though, because here's the thing, like with all things considered, like the next 2 first-round picks can be crucial picks. Like, don't get me wrong, like there's a lot of quarterbacks in this draft for sure.
Number 5 pick and the number 6 pick. Buddy.
Well, some of the quarterbacks though in the next 2 years, man, they're going to be scary. Like they're going to be like a lot better than any of the first like quarterbacks that we have in this draft. And like I have my feelings about Alabama quarterbacks. I'm not going to get into that right now, but like at the same time, like Caleb Williams, Arch Manning and stuff like, okay, so what? You're going to give 2 first-round picks for Lamar, who, don't get me wrong, he can run, he's mobile, but his arm strength is very questionable, without a doubt. Like, so what are you going to do? Like, you're going to bank on that and just give potentially your franchise player that you could have in the next 2 years away? I don't know. I think that's bold. That's really bold.
Speaking of bold, we got one more team left for the head coaches, and it's the Indianapolis Colts, who have been known to do some bold things. So with that being said, Kyle, who do you think the Colts take?
Yeah, I stretched on this one, actually. I went with Peyton Manning. So reason why I think that is the obvious choice would be Peyton Manning going to Denver, but I think they'll end up going to Indy, and I think that'll be strictly under the assumption that they're going to take Will Levis. I think Will Levis could be a very good quarterback under the right scheme, and I think he would fit very well in Indy. Give Indy maybe a couple wide receivers, like maybe like 1 or like if that, right? Plus, with the running back, with Jonathan Taylor and everybody, like I think honestly they could just ball out completely and just completely turn over that division. So, Peyton Manning absolutely could be the guy to do that.
Peyton. I gotta give props to Nicole for that too, because I'm gonna tell you what right now. I'm gonna state this because we're all saying things to clip and stuff like that. If Sean Payton goes to the Denver Broncos, Arch Manning is more than likely going to get drafted to the Denver Broncos, because that is when Russell Wilson's contract will be able to be dumped. He'll be at that prime veteran age of get me the fuck out of here and give me my money. And if he already knows that the Peyton Manning family have like a say in everything that's going on with regards to the Denver Broncos. And when I say have a say, they talk with the Waltons. They're like, our history, well, at least Peyton's history here isn't going to get tarnished by you guys fucking everything up. Let me help you. So I do think there would be something there, personally. That's just me. But I do like the Peyton Manning going to the Colts to save that franchise. Could you imagine that? That'd be dope.
Real.
Sid, who do you got for the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts?
I kind of like where Kyle's head's at with the previous player to go to the Colts, but I'm going to go with a different quarterback, ex-quarterback, and go with Jim Harbaugh. I think Jim Harbaugh would be a good fit for the Colts. Let him draft a quarterback that he likes. Let him build that team how he likes. He's got the running back, got a number one, got some young, massive tight ends, good defense, a lot of good players already. I think it's an intriguing coaching opportunity and one that could definitely pull him out of college because of the possibilities that are there. Jim Irsay is a great owner. So I like Jim Harbaugh to the Colts.
And you know what? To lean into that, I got the same thing. So and the reason I actually have to add on to that, Indianapolis owns the 4th overall pick. Can we all agree, kind of like the Tampa Bay situation with Brady the first year, kind of like the Stafford situation the first year with the Rams, would you say if the right quarterback went to the Indianapolis Colts, do you not think that they would probably have a good shot at the Super Bowl the first year? Everybody kind of agree with that?
I don't know. I think they'll make it to the playoffs. I still think there's a lot. I think
playoffs. That's the team too, actually.
Yep.
Those are Colts.
I'm just saying though, because like the thing is there is some deep teams right now. Like let's be honest here. Like Buffalo is a deep team. Cincy's a deep team, right? Like obviously KC is still a deep team, and there's going to be some teams that are gonna get a hell of a lot better in this. I think like going to the Super Bowl is a little bit of a stretch, but I think they're going to be substantially better.
Now, here's where I would say I'd push on that, just respectively.
No, it's fine.
I think if you had Jim there and he got to do everything, I see the smiles and I saw the name pop up in the comments section.
He put his sunglasses back on.
5 people messaged me asking me who the fuck you thought you were. Love it. Absolutely love it. To add on to this, though, I do think, and now I think that another wide receiver would probably have to come in, and I don't necessarily think it'd have to be like a superstar. I think if you just got the right wide receiver in that system, it would probably work. If they were, and I'm saying this as a hypothetical, because I even got Alex thinking about the Green Bay Packers trading up in this draft because they have one thing, and that's Aaron Rodgers. If Aaron Rodgers comes back next week and decides, because they had this conversation, and I've even seen a couple of reports that are leading that he would like to be traded if Green Bay can facilitate it. That 4th overall pick right there is Green Bay's next quarterback. And Green Bay has, since the 50s, always had a backup plan in place. Kind of like the Jordan Love situation. They always at least try to have that backup plan in. That's why they traded.
You don't think Jordan Love is him?
I think what they would do is they would probably let Jordan Love have his season, and then he inevitably would get traded down the field or down the road, because if he does good for the first season and he looks like a starter, we'll give you another year. We'll make sure to play you out of your contract there just enough till you can either go and make money somewhere else that we're not going to pay you because we're the Green Bay Packers and we got this guy, which is just what they did with Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and so on and so forth. Bart Starr and the other guy, even though they had that little soft spot of.
He'd be a really good Tampa Bay Buccaneer, I think, actually, now that I think about it.
Stop it.
I don't want to put too much hope into it, because everything that I've read about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers making a trade for someone like Aaron Rodgers would more than likely revolve around, obviously, the next couple of 1st and 2nd round picks, which would make sense. But you would have to put in players like what happened with the Seattle deal and Denver deal. And the one player that's name keeps popping up who I am not okay with trading, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says, is Devin White.
Oh, don't trade him.
I do not give a fuck if everybody out there in Tampa Bay land thinks that he's the problem in the locker room. Guess what? Jameis Winston was a problem, and he's still got a lot of friends there. And if they don't like the fact that you got to bang heads and get your mentality right in that organization, and you got to go against your dude, which is, I think, the reason why there's been a bit of a rift, is the whole Devin White, and some people have taken one side because of just friendships that have gone on. There's a championship mentality with some of the players in Tampa, and there's a I've gotten paid, I'm young, I'm in retirement land, I'm in the beach land, blah, 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 blah. And we've won a title. I don't need anything else. That exists in Tampa. So if they start trading the number one dude that's keeping, in my opinion, a championship caliber, respectively, defense and roster together, I'd start being pissed. Because if he goes, then someone else is going to go like Cade Otton. And I don't want Cade Otton to go either. So I'm not okay with trading it if it means trading pieces like that. But a team like the Colts, I do think would be in a place because it's like, here's the 4th overall pick.
Yeah.
If you can't get your franchise quarterback with that, I don't know what to do, man. Fucking whatever.
I'll be humble with the Buccaneers. I think that'd be a really stupid move by the Buccaneers if they were to do something like that. I think that especially for respectively our teams like the Falcons or the Buccaneers, to trade 2 first-round picks for any quarterback that's right now up in the air, I wouldn't do it. I don't want Rodgers. I don't want Carr. I don't want Lamar. Like I don't want any of it personally right now. I think there's other holes that need to be filled on both of our teams right now, and I don't think a quarterback's an answer at this present time.
I think Jimmy G would help the Steelers win the championship personally. And with that there, I'm actually going to take us to I'm just kidding. I wanted to see Sid start freaking out and be like, the fuck did you just say?
Silliness. Just silliness.
Just absolute silliness. I actually do think Pickett's going to be really good eventually for the Steelers. I think it will be I do think eventually, because I don't think he's going anywhere. I think if Tomlin keeps that team at like 9-8, 10-7 in the playoffs, maybe winning a game, losing a game. If you lose a game, it's still a tight game 3 years from now. Pickett starts learning and it's slow progression. No one's going to want to get rid of him if it's slow progressions. And that's the Pittsburgh Steelers. They'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. Did I not just sell out a playoff game? Who the fuck cares if we lost? Pickett's going to fucking soak that up for next year, and we'll win a playoff game, and then we'll host a playoff game. Win or lose, money. So that's how the Pittsburgh Steelers are. And I respect the franchise because they put out a good product every single year. And that's why they won't trade Tomlin. So who the fuck are you going to get else? Right? I mean,
how long is his contract? How long is Tomlin in for? Like, how long?
I mean, we only sign him for like 2 to 3 year deals at a time.
Yeah.
Who's to say he's going to stay though? Like what? Like I'm just saying. Like don't get me wrong. Like Tomlin is probably the best coach right now in the NFL. Like I'm going to be humble with that. Like absolutely. But who's to say that he wants to stay in Pittsburgh? Who's to say that he's not going to want to explore the field? I'm just saying, in all fairness.
I personally, before he goes, because I know he would say, he'd be like, nah. I think that the Steelers organization and Mike Tomlin match so perfectly that I don't think you could name any other franchise out there that would be able to not only give Mike Tomlin whatever the fuck he wants, but like us be able to assemble consistently what they've been able to do. Because Tomlin's been the one who has made those decisions, whether they've been right or wrong. He's the one that gets the brunt end of it. But yet at the end of the day, we all know the Steelers have a great defense.
Absolutely.
They're 9-8, and they had one fucking hell of a defense that beat the Buccaneers, beat the Bengals, beat the Bengals this year, and beat the Ravens. So like that 3 right there on a team that was supposed to be rebuilding, which I said, which many of other people said as well, is already a win for them. That's how the organization goes. So I personally don't think Tomlin would go anywhere, just because you look at the Gruden trade from before and just the organization. Who the fuck else is going to give him all that? Like the Broncos?
The Jets? Maybe. Never know.
Would Tomlin want to go there? Like the beat reporters for the Steelers are bad. You want to go to the New York market for that? Oh, thank you. He'd probably be like, nah. Go ahead.
So Tomlin was interviewed because earlier on in the season, there was like reports that Tomlin was going to go to college. Or sorry.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Like go to get the USC job before Lincoln Riley went there. Man, I got something in my throat. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead if you need to.
And Tomlin said, he's like, I have the greatest job in the world. Why would I ever leave it? Like that was like Tomlin's direct quote. Like he's not going anywhere. He loves the Steelers. I don't think
he'll just retire as a Steeler, you think?
100%.
Okay. It's just like Jared Mayo in New England. I think usurp would be the right word. Like Belichick retires and then he gets the job, or is usurp a different? He's just
I
going
don't
to
know
get the
what
job
Yusuf
after
is.
Belichick.
Belichick, I think, could retire within a year. I'll be honest with you.
You never played D&D? What the fuck? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, like Belichick right now. If you look at that division, the AFC North in total, like it is a scary as fuck division. Like the Dolphins, like they'll get whatever quarterback they're going to get. Again, I don't think it's going to be Tua that's going to be there. I do think Brady will be there, but like that's fine. Oh, it's the East. Is that what it is? Oh, that's my bad.
Are you talking about the Dolphins, Bills, Jets, Pats?
Yeah.
That's East. Yep.
Okay, my bad. The
AFC
East,
North is my division. I was like,
Oh, but like either way, the Jets too. The Jets are gonna get whatever quarterback they're gonna get too this season, and I think they're gonna be like they're still gonna be good. The Bills are good. Like literally, if New England doesn't start making moves, they will be at the bottom of the division, and not even for a year. Like they'll be at the bottom for a long time, and it won't be good.
Sean, thank you for tuning in. Says Sid, I just got my cards. These are so sweet. Hells yeah. Those was it the Origin ones with the smoke in the back? Those are so dope, dude. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm gonna start collecting those. I actually today, Kyle will know who I'm talking about. I just got myself a good deal, and I'm probably sending them to you to get a praise there, Mr. Sid. I got myself a Moritz cider and a Lucas Raymond rookie.
Did you really?
For under $100 too. I was like,
no way.
Send me. I just hit my hand on the wall and I'm probably bleeding and I need stitches. And I don't care. The show comes first.
Bleeding and I need stitches.
But yeah, no, that was I saw the guy post them on there. And he just had a bunch and he just wanted to sell some for a little bit cheaper. And I'm like, give me that cider. And then I just happened to ask if he had a Raymond. He's like, fuck yeah, I got a Raymond. You want it? And I'm like, fuck yeah, I want that Raymond. Put it in and send it to daddy. So yeah, I got myself some cards. How much do I send you again for the cards? Alec says Alec.
40.
Oh
yeah, Foops. How do we send Sid money?
Through PayPal, and then so here's the thing: if we all start getting into breaks as Canadians together, it'd probably be cheaper to send, like, say, my money to like myself or to you or to Chris, and then send to him.
Because I gotta send him money next week, so I need to figure this out.
Yeah, I'll help you with that. That's not an issue.
Kyle, just for everybody out there, just a little lesson that Kyle learned this year: don't ever bet on the Browns. So
You know what, Kayla? You know what? That's fine. You want to come at me? You can come at me. But you were on your toes until the last game of the season where you thought the Browns were going to beat the Steelers. Potentially.
No, I did. Okay. Never.
So you stop. You
never.
You stop.
Go for a lap, all right? Jesus.
Yeah, Chris isn't here. You can't go take a nap.
Yeah.
Go take a lap here, so
Chris should be taking a nap, or else he's not going to feel better.
Alex says, what cards did he get again? You buy the Bucks?
Yeah, I got all those Bucks cards. We got a Brady numbered in there. You got some sweet cards for sure.
That wasn't the Big Bang one or whatever it was.
No, that was the Origins break. He didn't have the Bucks in that one.
That was so cool. I was like, when that one came out, I'm like, the one fucking time I wanted the Bucks too, and I didn't get it in time. I'm like, for fuck's sake.
That one's sick. Yeah, your guys' cards should be there soon. I shipped them the same time Sean. Obviously, they're going to Canada, so it might take a little bit longer. But
I think that Canada Post was like, you have to pay money to bring them here, and then I was like, what? And then all of a sudden it was like, haha, JK, we're sending them out. And I'm like, oh, okay, where are them? And they're like, ha, JK, no tracking number for you, fucker.
Oh, brutal.
They're my cards. And I'm like, they're not even that valuable. It's just a Damon Pierce. And they're like, oh, it'll be there tomorrow.
Shipping's been brutal, actually. Like, even because I deal a lot with work, like shipping, like everything. And like shipping right now, even like going to the States and going back, it's just been so delayed. It's been brutal, man. Like,
I get sick.
It's been bad.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take just a quick commercial break here. A word from our sponsor, first of all, ZAGNIF Apparel. Quick little, commercial. She does this every time. And I lose my train of thought. Anyway, ZAGNIF Apparel commercial. Quick shout out to Let's Talk Football. Quick commercial from us so we can all get a quick drink. Go take a piss. We've been talking some football here. When we come back from the commercial, we're going to do a quick playoff breakdown. And then we're actually going to do something we've never actually done before, but we've actually already been doing here on the show. And it's something you at home can actually join in and learn. And not only learn, help us learn. And we can talk a little bit more about that when we get back here at North Sports Dynasty. Commercial time. We're back in North Sports Dynasty. I'm one of the funny hosts, and Bear.
It's funny looking, yeah, for sure.
Well, fucking funny looking, funny smelling, funny sounding. I can do many different impressions. By the way, we are live here at North Sports Dynasty from North Sports Dynasty headquarters, which is inevitably, indubitably, and forever will be my basement. We are also sponsored, is the right word, by ZAGNIF Apparel, as you saw there in the commercials. We're back. About another 20 minutes left of the show. Then we got Ben coming up at the Ben Zone with Have At It. Friday night episode for him on the Ben Zone, like I said. We also had Peter Blake live with Harry the Greek for the Over and Under. Actually, it was Harry the Greek show, and he had Peter Blake of the Over and Under. There we go. Jacob Charnow and Andrew were also on there today. Go check out that show if you want to get some good bets. And speaking of good bets, Alec actually dropped in the comment section there earlier. By the way, Andrew, if you can get Aaron Gordon over 17.5 points, it looks good. Just saying. I am going to try and actually get that while I'm live here. I had a great day betting yesterday. Buck, yeah, Seattle crack. Hey, Seattle Kraken.
Settle down. They're going to fall off. They're going to fall off. Just settle down.
Oiler fans.
You know what? You better watch what you say.
Here.
I'm going to come with you like a freight train right now.
What happened December 30th? Yeah,
okay, so you want to go further back? You want to go further back? Hold on 1 second.
The Oilers
if you're gonna
the Kraken
crap,
at Klein.
You're going to be able to take it right now.
And
okay,
then you know what happened ever since then?
The
Kraken
what?
said, fuck that. And went on a tear. They went through Alberta, and they beat Edmonton, and they beat Calgary. They went through Ontario, beat Toronto, Ottawa, and Buffalo. And as of yesterday, gave Boston their first regular season home loss in regular time. And they shut them out. And Boston's the best in the league. Seattle is a fucking swole-ass tank.
Do you remember what happened on December 30th? Do you not
remember that?
I
said.
Oh, I'm sorry.
7-2, right?
7-2, right?
Ever since then, the Kraken, they came to the Rogers Center and spanked you guys in revenge.
5-2 is not a spanking, but that's fine. 5-2 is not a spanking.
Yeah, thank you. I'm like, insert Sid head tilt
7-2 is a spanking. 7-2 is a spanking.
No, it is. And ever since then, the Kraken have been like,
listen, Linda. Okay.
Fuck them all.
First of all, I'm going to tell you something. First of all, trade deadline's coming right around the corner. All right. And the Oilers 100% will be getting a defender. And it's very likely looking like it'll be either Joel Edmondson or potentially Jacob Chychrun. Okay. When that does happen, whatever, however you pronounce his last name, I have no idea. But, but anyways, when that does happen, okay, and Edmonton still runs with Stu Skinner in net, okay, we will see you in the playoffs, and then we will talk. We will
Oilers play the first round. So bad. Fuck Calgary and Edmonton. I want Seattle and Edmonton. Just because my fiance's mom would also hate coming.
Honestly, I do like Seattle. Like all things considered, I don't hate Seattle. I
love this hat. This is like my favorite Christmas gift this year. As soon as I opened this, I was like, ooh.
The Golden Knights. The Golden Knights have a way better color scheme. I'll be honest with you. That's why I like the Knights. Honestly, like I like the gold and the gray and the red. I'm just being honest. It's cool.
I can't wait till
they did it right.
I can't wait till you have a fucking hockey show. Let's get into the NFL.
I'm fucking ready, man. I'm ready.
I know you are. Let's start off with the Seattle Seahawks and the 49ers because I'm just going by what Google has here first. So because that's the one that actually starts tomorrow, first as well. So Sid, who do you got?
I want to pick an upset so bad here, but I'm taking the Niners.
You are taking the Niners here. I'm going to put the picks here.
Yeah, take them. Take them.
Kyle, Sid, Bob. All right.
Just a little fun stat for you, if you'd like. The last 11 playoff teams to be favored by 9 or more are 11-0 against the spread. Not even just winning. They have covered as well. Niners are favored by 9.5.
Okay.
Wow.
What do you got, Kyle?
I'm with Sid. I think it's the Niners. I I think the Seattle had a really good season personally, and Geno Smith actually did a lot more than people thought he was going to do. I think they have no business playing the 49ers.
I disagree. This is actually the one, besides another one too. This is the one where I actually feel respectively confident on putting a little bit of money, even say on for like an upset, only because this may be Pete Carroll's last ride. And if Brock Purdy is a 7th round pick and Mr. Irrelevant, Pete Carroll is going to do everything in his power to make it a hard day for him. Now, is it going to work? Probably not. But he's going to do everything that the defense possibly could to make Brock Purdy's life a living hell. And now, of course, it's going to make Geno Smith on the other side's life a living hell with Kyle Shanahan's defense. But I think that there's something there. I think Seattle has a chance just because of some uncertainties in San Fran. But I also wouldn't be surprised if the 49ers win this game and go literally straight through to the Super Bowl. So, but I'm taking Seattle in this one.
Okay.
Bold move, Cotton.
Let's see how it turns out. Let's go with the Chargers and the Jags. Let's start off with Kyle.
Yeah, I think this is going to be an upset. I'm taking the Jags in this game, especially with the news that Mike Williams is going to be out for this game too. The Jags are on a hot streak, and that translates very well going into the playoffs, and that's been proven for the last couple of years, even with Cincinnati last year. So I think the Jags are going to win this game, no problem.
What do you got, Sid?
I don't think that's the upset. I think the Jags are favored because they're at home. I could be wrong.
They weren't earlier today. It was 3.5.
So
Still
the Chargers are favored.
So
I don't know if it still is.
The line changed, I think, and I think they were talking about that on the Pat McAfee show today too. The Jigs.
The Jigs.
The Jigs.
Just like Jigs.
The
I'm going to
Jigs.
take the Jigs as well.
The Jigs. I'm actually with you guys too. I may take the Chargers to actually cover the spread, but I would take Jags plus 2.5.
Oh, so it did go up. Okay.
Okay, so
They're still the underdogs though. So
yeah. So okay. If it was the other way, I'd take the Chargers to do the spread if they were the dogs. But yeah, no. Let's go with the next one. Would be the Dolphins and the Bills. Should I just put Buffalo?
Move along.
Nah, just go ahead.
Yeah, we'll just put Buffalo.
Don't even go
by
into it.
13.5.
I don't think. Okay, I will say though, I don't know if it's necessarily going to be by 13.5.
I don't either.
I don't think it'll be that much, but I'd maybe go like a plus.
Sid's like, no. It's going to be.
It'll be.
Let's go,
by a
James.
lot.
I like that. Chris, I see that you're also in the comment section. If you want to throw your picks down, and I can put them on the whiteboard too.
Yeah.
So the next one would be the Giants and the Vikings. Sid, what do you got?
So I wanted to go upset on the first one. I am going to go upset here. Let's go G-Men.
Yes! Fuck yeah, let's do it.
He said, I'm eating, bitch.
What did he say? I'm eating.
He said, I'm eating, bitch.
What do you got, Kyle?
Yeah, honestly, I think that the Giants have no business playing the Vikings this game. I think the Vikings and the Justin Jefferson are going to absolutely just dominate the Giants.
Okay. That's an interesting one. All right.
Moneyline sprinkle Giants.
Yeah, I've got a lot riding on the Giants. Like, I'm gonna be watching that game. Although my one best friend is probably gonna hate me if they do win because of the amount of money I'm putting on the Giants. Like, my addiction to gambling just wants the Giants to win so bad, so I could be like, you know what, I'm done for a bit. We're good. Let's go to Detroit now on my winnings, bitch. Let's go with the Ravens and the Bengals. No Lamar. Should we
Move
just
along.
put the Bengals?
Yeah, since he's taking that.
Nobody's taking Baltimore here.
Okay, so Cincy. And last but not least, I should just put down the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for this one, correct?
No.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting the Dallas Cowboys. No, what do you got, Kyle?
Cowboys. You know what? Even with the record with how well Brady's done against the Cowboys, I'm telling you right now, the Cowboys have a different team. Trust me, I hate saying this, but their defense is very strong. I think the Cowboys are gonna own this game. Unfortunately, this is gonna be Brady's last game as a Tampa Bay Buccaneer.
Okay, that's fair. What about you, Sid?
This game is going to come down to that Tampa Bay Buccaneer offensive line versus that Dallas defensive line. and I'm giving it to Micah Parsons and or DeMarcus Lawrence all day. Give me the boys.
Give me the boys. The boys. I'm just getting the right order.
Ash said Brady ain't ever beat us in 2023.
Did she actually? I gotta start that comment too. That's amazing. It says, "Hey Chris."
Oh fuck,
bro,
Chris's
Bucks
comment.
need OT to beat the fucking Cardinals. I agree. That's why give me Dallas as well. What was
Oh wait, hold on. Let me refresh the week 18. Who did the Bucks lose to? Sorry, I can't remember. Was it the Falcons? What?
I'm sorry.
They
Who
also
is
lost to
The Falcons?
the Steelers.
I'm sorry.
in the
Steelers
season.
won the whole division now. I'm not even worried about the Steelers right
Who
now.
the fuck on? Who the fuck on? Out of all the hosts here at NSD, who's the only person with a team in the fucking playoffs? I'll
fuck.
wait.
Who's
Congratulations.
the only one
of
with
all
a
the
shot at
teams-
the Super
Of all the
Bowl?
teams, what team had the best record of all the hosts? I mean, this one,
Also true.
sir.
That's also
Yeah, he's
true.
right. He's right.
Though,
At least we did the same as last year. Did you do the same as last year? Oh no, you got worse, I believe,
hold the
right? Is
fuck
that what
up.
happened?
No, we went 9-7.
No, I'm talking about the
Or
Bucks.
9-8. I think.
Well, yeah, we did really, really good. Let's hold the fuck on though. And let's say we're talking about like the picks that we did as like a group and stuff like that. How many of us actually believe that Chris went fucking 15-0 or whatever the fuck it was?
Bro.
16-0.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Let's be honest here. I want to recount.
I said,
I'm so glad you said it in the comment section too. Like, did you send your picks to anybody, by the way? And even I was like, no, he didn't. I didn't see the fucking picks. So
I mean, write them down somewhere. Maybe took a picture, like even in your notepad.
yeah, man, you gotta let us know, bro.
16.
there
I've
ain't-
been doing
there ain't-
pick'ems
Oh, no
I've been doing
way that
pick'ems
he would get us
for like
let us get away with
6
that.
years.
Oh,
I've gone perfect twice.
Yeah.
And they weren't in a week 18 when you couldn't predict shit.
Alec,
like-
Yeah,
in response
I'm
to your comment, Alec,
love you, dude. Love you, dude. If I was the one that said it too, you'd be like bullshit.com recount kind of thing. So
I mean, I believe you did good, but
yeah.
what had you picking Washington over Dallas?
yeah.
Like, give me
Insert
some sort of something.
Sid head tilt here.
Oh yeah. Well,
Early nomination for
Well.
fucking comment of the year. I'm just saying. And
I-
I don't
I-
even
I
know
don't-
does Sid technically get phrase of the year or whatever, or like comment of the year if it's just him head
It's a head
tilting?
tilt.
pretty much. Yeah. That's funny.
So I like it. I knew
Yeah.
no one.
Okay, so Cooper Rush, who went 4-1 as a starter, is gonna play against Sam Howell, who's never started, and you're gonna take Sam Howell. Like, make it make sense. No, it's just no.
Make it make
Make
sense.
it make Oh shit.
Oh, that's funny.
I miss having Chris and Alex on though. Chris is feeling a little under the weather, though he did pop into the comment section, obviously.
Yeah.
So appreciate him being here tonight. Whoa, where'd that come from? I can hear myself. Oh,
I have no idea.
I
What?
Kyle, I can hear myself.
Why?
I don't know. What'd you do?
I didn't do anything, man.
My voice sounds very weird. Sadistic.
I didn't do anything.
Better.
Oh, now, yeah, there we go. That was gone. Doesn't sound so sadistic anymore.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway,
I drugged you.
I actually was about to fall too, just to make like because I'm
Yeah,
an
perfect.
actor and stuff like that.
And then you would have
I
twisted your ankle again or
and
something.
yeah, broken my ankle, and I'm supposed to
Yeah.
actually go back to like full duty, respectively, on Monday, kind of
Oh,
thing.
okay.
I can't afford that. Oh, buddy, I'm so fucking excited. Let me back on my forklift. Let me back on my forklift. Let me go fucking load up these trucks. Ain't nobody want to load these trucks. Nobody want to run a crane. Nobody want to run an MEP machine. Let Daddy do it. I'll build the new Oilers ice district myself. I don't give a fuck.
Do
No,
it.
I'm fuck. I need to get like protein powder because like I was telling Sid there, one of his arms is like half the size of me. Okay, and that's not healthy apparently.
Well, but buddy, our metabolism probably like that's the thing is like we're Sid might have to eat like half of it. Like he might just put on way better than us too. Like
Dude.
my calorie intake has to be a lot more, man. I have to eat over 3,000 a day.
I have to
if I
eat
wanna get
half
like
of a
that.
cow's ass a day in order to get enough meat and
How much do
protein
you weigh?
in me.
How much do you weigh?
Why are you
Me?
asking? No, just kidding. I weigh probably 155, 160.
Do you really?
60? Yeah.
I weigh 165, 170.
Yeah, I'm literally on a Hollywood starving diet of almonds and
Oh, just the
Almonds.
nut diet, eh?
I literally just suck on almonds when I'm at work. This is the greatest
No,
thing ever.
for Chris being sick, man, he's got a lot to say. I'm just saying, he's got a lot to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next part of this show, we're actually going to just try and not say do this. It's not forced or anything like that. We did the when you were
sophomore
You
year
want me to go step
in
on
high
a
school.
scale, man? Oh, absolutely. Go
No,
step on a
he
scale.
said, Sid, when were you 165?
Oh.
Yeah, and he said it in the like Sid, kind of like in the comment section where he's like Andrew.
Literally the summer between 9th and 10th grade is when I was 165 last.
I was 200 pounds in high school.
I was probably 155.
I graduated 195.
I was gonna say, Sid, we don't need to start talking about what happened to me, okay? But I mean, technically, that would lead into I'm up to something.
Yep.
I literally was like, I can guess what happened, and then you're like, I'm up to something, and I'm like, wait, those two things wouldn't correlate.
But they're gonna. Oh my god, they're gonna. No, I'm up to something. Since Chris is here too, I like to say it too, and just like so I can clip it a couple of times. So when I inevitably when I
Hold on. Hold on, let me put my glasses on.
I'm dead.
Bottom half of the screen.
Guys, listen.
Oh, here, sorry, Chris.
Cliff is gonna come back. Cliff will come back. All right, like just if we give him picks and stuff, I promise he'll come back. Like it's not better. It really isn't better. Okay.
Man, Chris, you got to go back earlier. You just came in first thing, and he's like, "I'm Chris. I don't know what you're talking about," kind of stuff. I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, you gotta watch the beginning of the show again, dude.
Yeah,
it was pretty solid.
Fucking. Whoa. So this segment is basically we got about 10, 15 minutes left of the show. We did this the other day. Kyle actually just popped in because we had a group meeting, and then we just sat there and we literally just talked. And what we want to call this segment, I'm actually going to have a commercial for it and everything like that, is right now it's just a big boarding session. We got big boards. When Alex is here, he's got big boards. We got Chris and we got Sid and Kyle without big boards, but we're not going to start forcing them to have whiteboards on their wall. There's boys. A bunch of what's that?
So we're big boys.
That this big.
You guys got big boards. We'll be big boys.
Okay, so there you go. There you go. That works. So basically what we do is we just talk. What NSD has been built on is the off season. And the off season is coming up. We obviously have ideas of who has what draft pick. We have ideas of what quarterbacks are going to be free agents. We have ideas, like we talked about at the beginning of the show, of head coaches with possible jobs around the league. Head coaching vacancies, all that kind of stuff. So let's talk about it. Let's basically just talk about everything going on. I got my marker, and we can literally just start having a conversation. And let's basically start it off with the head coaches here. Who's the best head coach out there available? Is it Jim or Sean, technically? Or is it somebody else that we're not thinking of? That's the question.
I think it's got to be Sean Payton just because of the track record.
Okay. I kind of agree with that. Though the Jim's track record isn't necessarily that bad.
I don't know.
So head coaching candidate, I'm going to go Eric Bieniemy.
Really?
I think he deserves it.
The Colin Cowherd offseason talk, and a couple other people saying that it's not him that necessarily leads the guys. He's just really good with the plays. That's why I don't necessarily think he will get it or he won't be good at it.
How does Colin Cowherd know? What the hell he know?
Whoa.
I mean, he ain't in the Chiefs building. He doesn't know how they operate.
True, he's more in the Chargers building, apparently. Chargers have allowed him access into that, which is also why I think that the Sean Payton thing to Los Angeles Chargers is a thing, because Colin Cowherd had a segment where he talked about the Saints, almost as if like, look over here. Come on, look over here. I'm going to talk about the Chargers, though. Bring them up here. You know what I mean? I really do think that like Sean Payton's 3 destinations are between, say, the Denver Broncos, the Los Angeles Chargers, and more than likely the Arizona Cardinals. I think those are the 3 places that he was probably going to go.
I actually really like Lincoln Riley too as a head coach candidate in the NFL. I don't think he's coming this year.
I don't think he's coming this year. I think it would be next year.
But I like, because he's going to play with Caleb Williams again next year. So after next year, I can see him being the top guy that everybody's going to want.
And then could you imagine? Like, if I don't know if this has actually ever happened. Alex would probably be the one person, maybe Sean, if he's out there too, would probably know this better. Of any head coach quarterback tandem in the NCAA that has actually gone to be together in the NFL, like right off the bat.
Yeah, I can't think of any.
And I can't, but you know what? Like the relationship between Lincoln Riley and the want for him by NFL teams, I think he would probably wait for another year, obviously, to get maybe a chance at a national title with Caleb Williams, but then, you know, see where he could possibly get drafted. And then if one of those teams has a head coaching vacancy and they're like, we'll give you the world. And he'd be like, ensure me Caleb Williams and we'll call it a day. Yeah.
Yep.
What about Nick Saban and Bryce Young?
Saban tried the NFL. He ain't good at it.
No, I think some of those now, again, like Sean, Alex, Kate, Will, some of those other guys, Colin, Anthony, they might think some of these coaches are better suited for, say, like college, but like Ryan Day, that's the Ohio one, right?
Ohio State.
Yeah. Okay. Who's the one down in Georgia? That's Kirby Smart.
Kirby Smart. Yep.
Nick Saban. Those guys, I think, are perfect for
college.
I think that Jim is good for both. I think, if Tomlin did something like that too, I think it'd be good for both. Just to throw another one out there too, like Mike McCarthy, just because I saw, you know, you can have Kellen Moore. So like Mike, where's Lucy Goosey? He got taken by his parents tonight. His parents surprised him tonight. He got to me tonight and just said he could not make it. And I was like, it's totally fine, dude. Don't worry. I got Kyle. I got Sid. Chris was a little sick tonight too. We're back. We're not full crew yet, but we are back in action. And we also got a bunch of different stuff, different segments and all that kind of pre-planned for the next, say, month until we get to the big giveaway show, which is basically just going to be sitting here having a big blast like we did on New Year's, just giving away crap. And then every time I see how far it's got to go for me, I inevitably cry of how much it's going to be.
Yeah.
Sending to Arizona is actually not that bad. Sending to Florida, you're paying for like Python insurance. I'm like, the fuck is Python insurance? They're like, Pythons take things off of the trucks, dude. I'm like,
$50 for shipping, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to Florida if there's that many pythons, dude. I'm not fucking dude. I'll go to Arizona.
I didn't see any pythons.
You were there how long ago? They breed quick.
What are you doing? Walking in like the desert? Like, where are you going, man?
Fucking
walking through tall grass?
Don't go in the long grass. I learned that from a very good movie, which, by the way, I'm up to something. And then when people go back and see what I said I'm up to something on, and then when they actually see what I'm up to, they'll be like,
it has nothing to do with it.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool. That's smart, Gingy. Oh my God. So, yeah, free marketing. It's free real estate. A couple other quick things I wanted to get to before we go. Where the fuck does DeAndre Hopkins get traded to?
The New York Jets with Tom Brady.
I agree with the Jets, but not with Tom Brady.
Man,
Derek Carr's not going to the Jets.
That's happening.
Okay, hold on.
Like, you can accept it or not, but that's where he's going.
What's the wide receiver they just grabbed last year? That's Wilson, right?
Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, and then the other one they have on the other side that's really fucking good. That's
Corey Davis, Elijah Moore.
Elijah Moore.
Yeah, Elijah Moore.
And then you can get DeAndre Hopkins. And then you can keep Denzel Mims in the slot. That would be kind of cool.
Keep Corey Davis in the slot.
Well, yeah, and then I guess you could trade Denzel Mims for picks then, because he kind of wants out to be a 1B or a 2 somewhere. So
then you got that Breece Hall.
Oh, Brees Hall is so good.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Brees Hall is really good. Yeah, I like that. You know what? I think he's gonna go to the Bills. That's me personally.
Yeah.
I like him to the Bills. Gives
they afford
Stephon Diggs on the other side there. So,
Can they afford him?
What's that?
Can they afford him?
I do think so. I think they could probably trade a first rounder or something like that for him. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna get out of here though, because one of us does have to go, and we do want to make sure that the platform is all set up for Ben. We are going to be back next week, obviously talking about the picks that we have. We will have Alex's picks up here so we can make sure that he's not left out, because we don't like doing that. Even though if you see our group chat, you do see how many times we take somebody if they don't fucking answer us right away. We do get pretty crazy here. So much love from NSD here. Kyle, let everybody know where they can find you and, any last words.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I'm part of Let's Talk Football NFC South Takeover. So we were weekly. Obviously, football is going to be done kind of now with the playoffs coming up right away. So we'll be popping on every now and again. And then you'll catch me on Friday nights on the NSD show. So that's where you can find me.
That's right. What about you, Sid?
Currently I am on Friday nights and Swinton's Unfiltered Sunday nights for the night games. I'm not sure how many of those we got left. Probably a couple more throughout the playoffs, but that is it right now. I was on the fantasy show. That's no longer. You can check me out at Squid Rips Cards, TikTok or Facebook. I am actually going to go post a break, I think right after this on Facebook. If anybody's interested in grabbing a new one, I got a 2011 hobby box, JJ Watt rookies, Julio Jones rookies, Cam Newton rookie, Von Miller rookies year. It's going to be a fun one. And yeah, that's about it.
I might have to get in on that. All this extra climate change money that I just got, I might have to go put on fucking cards and fossil fuels and styrofoam and oil and shit. So my last words are, remember I was going to say the numbers, they're not numbers. Remember the letters NSD. Because it's Friday nights, ladies and gentlemen. That's what happens. NSD, Friday nights. We here doing it every Friday except for my birthday because I needed to go see Avatar 2, which was amazing. Just letting you know. So we're going to get out of here. Y'all go check out Ben. He says, will you be joining Ben's show, Alex said. Throw me the StreamYard link if he is. Bills would be sick. I agree. We'll be back next Friday. Hopefully we'll got Alex and Chris next week. Who knows? If Chris feels better, I'm sure he will. And I'm sure Alex will be free. Sid, I don't think you are here next week. That's right.
I'm out.
That's right. Yeah, you are out because you got things to do. And I think actually Chris said either next week or the week after too. So we'll have some of the hosts. We'll get all 5 of us together.
I think he's gone next week, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's something in the group chat about that. So, but the group will be together again some other time. If not, it'll be me, Kyle, and Alex next week. So, live here at NSD, share it to every platform that we possibly can that allows us. We are NSD. We are out, and we will talk to you later. Much love. Bye-bye.